So you're minding your own business. You're going through life just peacefully, lovely. Every day has just been blissful. Then it happens. Then someone from your past, or maybe even your present, decides that they want to really slander you. They want to tear you down. They want to cut you to pieces. And they do it on social media. And especially where a lot of people can see and even more share their opinion. Well, I'm here today to tell you how to get revenge. That's right. Me, Zelda. Hello? Me telling you how to get revenge? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a way to do it. And I'm here to tell you exactly how. So we've got the crystal wand here, and we are going to clear the energy in the cloth because there's been a lot of things going on lately. We're just going to clear this through. Thank you so much. That is just really an unpolished crystal that is so wonderful. I just love it. And I have the old boy. I call it the old boy because this deck is very old tarot. We're gonna pick a few cards. We're gonna talk about the proper revenge that you can get against this persons, possibly even an employer, possibly even, God forbid, a family member, maybe an ex, maybe an ex's ex-girlfriend who's not so happy that you're now dating her ex. Oh my goodness. You know you've been there, and you're probably there right now. Let's give this a shuffle. I did do a pre-shuffle. Now this is for all signs. And you may or may not resonate with this. But let's see. We're asking spirits, guides, angels, the best revenge for the person who is watching this to exact on whomever is bothering them. Let's go. Cutting the cards on your behalf, and here we are. Look at this. Now, as a disclaimer, these cards are so old that some of the colors have faded. Some of the cards may be marked up a little bit. The meanings are still the same, okay? Okay. There's the Magician. There's the Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. Interesting, interesting. One more card up here on the first row. And the King of Wands. Let me fix this light. I don't like the glare. Oh, that's so much better for you, isn't it? I know so. All right, here we are. Let's get these things in order. Hello. They're a little big, so I'm going to squish them. Here we are. The Eight of Cups. The Queen, so we've got some royals showing up. The Queen of Pentacles. And the Temperance card. Isn't she beautiful? So we're going to pull these down just for a minute so we can read this top row. So ideally, you would want to respond, but you can't. And I can see that. And quite frankly, I wouldn't. I would recommend that. Responding will just heat things up. And because I'm going to say this, for someone who comes out at you very tough and very blatantly, you've got to have the moxie to withstand what they're going to bring to the table if you engage with them. Because quite frankly, someone like that, you cannot speak logic to. They won't listen. They have an idea in their mind, and they actually get high on hurting others. Because probably they're so hurt within themselves. Another video. So what this person, you may have known this person, and I'm going to say, even if you don't know them and have a friendship or relationship and that type of thing with them. You know them or you know of them. And right now they are showing up as, gee, they were a good twin. Now they are an evil twin. And there is a mountain of miscommunication that is happening. The good thing is, my darling, you have it within you. You see this magician card? I call this the manifestation card. The fact that there is an infinite amount of power. I said it. An infinite amount of power that you have. And this power comes readily available in every element there is here on earth. It is the pentacle, the cup, the sword, and the wand, which are earth, water, air, and fire. You can turn all of these into such a wonderful revenge plot that you'll not recognize the plan that you have for yourself. That's right, yourself. You see this? He's got his hand, and forgive the marks here, but he's got his hand up with a wand. And then there's one down, going down. He's got a red cloak on, basically saying he's got power, but there's love and compassion and control behind this. His little tunic here, now, it is closed with a serpent. This is really a control card, but you see these beautiful flowers? It's because things are thriving, and the fact that he's got this hand up and this one down pointing means as above, so is below. That's a call to action. Now this Knight of Pentacles. This may be related to your work because it is sorta kinda affecting your finances. And let me say this, if it's not at your work and this is happening to you, then what's happening is it is distracting you to the point where you can't work. Are you calling out sick? Are you calling on days that because you just don't know what to do, because you want to cover your head, you feel like the whole entire world is coming down on you because of one small-minded person? Well, let's see. Because, you know, the knights in the tarot are action cards. This knight is very calm. Do you see how he's sitting? He's very calm. He's sitting there. He knows his job. He's going to be putting things in action very soon with you, my darling. But here we have this Ace of Cups. Lovely water element and a wonderful timing card and extremely spiritual. This card I love because, well, it tells us that there is a particular openness and connection that you have, a spiritual connection. You see the dove? A spiritual connection, an openness, and a realization that there is a higher power in this and in all things. Now, here's what's going to be happening. This King of Pentacles, a very grounding fellow, you see how he's looking at that pentacle that he has on his lap there, and he's got a little wand here that he rules with. And his little home is in the background, but he's sitting there, and can you see this? He's got all this beautiful, lush, exotic, wonderful, grounding elements around him, but he's got his little tunic hiked up so you can see that he's got armor on underneath all of this relaxation because finances are in his lap. And what he's saying is, I'm just relaxing. I'm here having a great time. I've got my beautiful castle in the background. Things are well. I'm ruling great. But if you mess with me and my income, then it is another story. Do you see the bullheads? You see the bullheads on his throne? That's because that is the spirit animal of the pentacles. Now, before we get further and talk about more things, your revenge plot is starting to take fold. I like this card. This happens to be, I like this card a lot. This happens to be the Eight of Cups. Now, this Eight of Cups, very interesting fellow here. The interpretation of this is letting go. It is walking away. But I have another interpretation as far as my readings go and what my guides give me. Now, while I like that in this particular scenario, let's talk about this because there's water around here. Water is life, comes from the high priestess robes. And this is a moon and a sun, which means at any time this can happen. Well, you see, this fellow right here, cloaked in red, which many of our characters here are, compassion, love, power, control, passion for what he does. He has lined all of these up in this wonderful little symmetric positioning here. But something is missing, and that is the ninth cup. Now, while this scenario is totally so hard for you, and it shows that him walking away, I'm going to say there's another part of this story, because not only is he letting go and walking away, he is walking towards something else. What is he walking toward? This is the Eight of Cups. He's walking toward the Nine of Cups, which is the next card, which is the cup that is missing, which is saying the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfilled, the dream come true, the goal that is attained. So basically, he's saying he's done all he can do. He can't do any more. So it's time to go toward that next cup. You see, things are falling into place. And now we have this Queen of Pentacles. Oh, she is something else. This Queen of Pentacles. Now, this king, financially, is disciplined, as we see with his little armor there. He is disciplined, but he is also very, very reliable. But this queen, let's talk about her. Pardon me. She is nurturing. You see how she's looking at her pentacle? Now, she's not in love with money. Let's not get that. But she takes care. And it is very important. And it is also very important for generosity for her. So she is a giver. This card means a healing in finances that is coming. She has this on her lap, both of them. You see, both of them have this pentacle on their lap because they are proud of what they have earned. It is not something that they are, I'm going to say, in a wrong way. It's an accomplishment proud. And that's what you are too, my darling, when it comes to your finances. So, last but not least, I'm loving this because if you are manifesting, and you know, these two cards showed up in another deck in another reading, most recently that we've had. These two cards pretty much say, you're manifesting. But they really say, you are asking for help. And this is it. You're about to get it. So if you've landed here today, the revenge is going to be not only long, but sweet. And you're going to be able to enjoy that revenge. But let's talk about this card. If you're manifesting using the laws of attraction, these two cards together cannot be beat. Separately, they're very strong. Putting these two together, you are just calling in everything that you can possibly call in, and you'll get it. But you got to do things the right way. You see, here we go. This is a balance, and it takes a lot of balance. Have you ever tried this? When I was younger, I've tried it, and that's pretty hard. But you see, we've got red wings here. That red is passion, compassion, control. You see, we've got red wings here. We've got red all over this reading. Even this little scarf that the king has on, red. We have a few little red, looks like lotus flowers down here. But this is telling us that she is in control, and boy, oh boy, is she. She has been enlightened. That's why you see these little lines. Have you ever seen the halo around some of these Renaissance paintings of biblical figures and disciples and so on? And there's this yellow ring around their head. That means they've been enlightened. They know more than what we could probably know in a lifetime. That's what this angel, she's in control. And she's doing it through love and compassion. And you see this little fellow here, which represents you, my darling, who seems to be walking away toward the ninth cup. Well, what else he's walking away to is his next goal. Now, this, if you hold the card back like this, or card back like this, it looks like the sun is coming up over the mountain. But what really shows is this crown, the crowning glory of the accomplishments of your goal and your dream and your wish fulfilled. Now she has her feet positioned very nicely, one on the ground, one in the water. It is a symbol of the conscious and the subconscious mind. A little deeper means that you've got to be in touch with your conscious mind, because your conscious mind can actually talk your subconscious mind into doing things, and vice versa. That's why you've got to have some balance going on. You see the twos here? I think those are irises. They're very beautiful. But right here, this little plate that is on her robe, or tunic, whatever you want to call it, means that there has to be balance between the spiritual, the physical, and the mental. Meaning, you've got to have it together. So what does all this mean? What is the revenge plot? I'm going to tell you what the revenge plot is, my darling. It is you. What this is telling me is that you will be making a plan. If you haven't got a plan, you need to make one now. And it's not to retaliate. Your job in this is to become so darn powerful, so amazingly wonderful, that the person that came out after you will shrink into the sunset, into the cosmic unknown, and shrink completely away by not engaging, by not responding with this person or persons First of all, silence gives you power. And now you're going to be working on yourself. You're going to be working on what your accomplishes are. Never let anyone control you to the point where you miss out on your finances. So, my darling, if you're seeing this and you have called off work, you've got to make sure that tomorrow you go to work and you stay silent and you work so hard at what you are so good at that you become so powerful that this person or persons that have come out against you will just, they'll literally within maybe minutes, hours, might be days, start looking ridiculous. Because what will happen is people will come out of the blue and they'll look and they will definitely know. Because there's that old saying, it's from the word, by their actions you shall know them. So when people get high on this ridiculousness of hurting someone, as in you can pretty much time it as to how long it's going to take before they start getting ignored, before they start looking ridiculous. So they'll have to put that good twin, evil twin thing away. Because even though this says lover, we're not talking about a relationship right now. We might be if it's somebody of your ex. But they're going to have to check their attitude. Because what you're doing is you will be letting go. And you will be walking away. And what you are walking toward is your financial freedom. Because you're not going to let someone who wants to hide over social media step in and ruin what you've got going on. That's your revenge. You leave them alone. You let karma handle them. You don't get involved with them. And you'll know from now on that you are the winner. You are the more powerful person. And I can tell you, when you do those things and when you continue to manifest in a proper way and not wish anyone else harm, what they'll do is they'll attract their own harm. They'll attract their own karma. You don't have to do a thing, my darling. You leave it alone. You don't seek out to seek what they are saying. You see, that sometimes hurts us too. You have to let go to the point where you can walk away. But you are walking away and walking toward peace, financial freedom. You're walking toward power, control, love, passion, compassion. You are manifesting more finances. And this is your timing card. If you do all of that, your cup will literally run over with good, flowing life force. That's your revenge. So if you want to get revenge now, the fact that you stay silent, still waters run deep, my darling. You stay silent where you cannot allow anyone to yank your chain, because that's what they want. Someone who does that sort of thing is very small. And when you take things and put it into perspective, you have to just not care. And I know it's hard, but you, my darling, know the truth. Get your revenge by being the best you can possibly be the most powerful that you possibly can be, and more. And there will be a day that they look at you and go, holy moly. And there will be a day where you look at them and you think, it is a crying shame that they can't grow up and have a life. I know you thought this was going to go another way, didn't you? But sometimes we have to work into things. Let's get a final card. Let's get a final card, my darling, because now you got a plan, don't you? And look at this. Your plan will be coming together. This is going to be very healing for you. Extremely healing. And I love the fact that you can be very sharing and caring. But look at this. Hello. Look at this. Another powerful position that you're going to be in. And not only that, this is also an indication of where you will be starting over, wiping the slate clean. This is going to be a fantastic time. So now get busy and start planning. And don't plan revenge for them. You plan the revenge for you. And that means you go to work. You put a smile on your face. You know you have more power behind you than what you could ever imagine. And you have an infinite amount. So use it. Use it. You've got your mind. You have the ability to walk away from the pain. And that's, my darling, what it's all about. Thank you so much for watching. This is Fate and Fortune with True Oracle. I'm Lady Kelly. I forgot to even say that because I was so excited about giving this to you. But I want you to know that you can manifest the best life that you could ever have. And you can join me on Mondays for Manifestation Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. That's America, New York time. You come in and we talk about things like this. But that's your future. This is your future, my darling. Going another way is not your future. It becomes their future, and you become their little play pretty that they can manipulate every day. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Please give us a thumbs up. We'll be bringing more to you, and I appreciate you so much. I'm going to leave a website at the end of this video, and please check out the links in the description if you'd like to have a reading with me. Everything is really good. It's really good. Thanks for being here. I got a lot of faith in you, and I just can't wait for you to get the revenge that you plan, and that is your absolute successful power. Thanks for being here. See you next time.